Well, hi there, everybody. Welcome back to Municipal Stadium for another game in this 1980 Cleveland Browns replay with action PC football. And today we take on the Denver Broncos in Week 5. And let's see if we can score some more points. Last week we were held to 13 points by Tampa Bay. Denver's won the toss, and so we will kick the ball deep and we'll get this game underway. And it's a fairly good kick, though not quite to the end zone. We're able to pull Brunson rather down at the 18-yard line, and off we start. And here's Denver in that I formation. I was just taking a look at their team, and I could see pretty clearly that they were going to probably have a run-focused game. And the question here is whether we want to key somebody with the run or not. I think we're going to key Preston here and have a little bit of fun here on first down. And it is to Preston, and the key works, and he gains 1 yard despite the fact that we sort of keyed him, and that brings up second down here for the Broncos, and I think that they're probably going to end up running again. We're not going to key anybody this time. Let's just see what happens. We'll do a run. We'll actually do a tight man, and we'll do a run. Let's see if we can get them to audible. And they end up passing. Morton drops back to pass. Nobody's open, and so he decides to run for it. Gains 2 yards on that play, and now we've kind of forced them into a very awkward situation. We keep the two zone defensive backs, and we're just going to play a normal pass defense, and let's see what we can do here. Morton does go back to pass, and he completes it to Moses right over Burrell. And Burrell is... I always have to look this up. Burrell is, he's the center back or the cornerback rather that we kind of want to try to hide away if we can. I think they're going to run here again. I think they're actually going to run it to Jensen. So let's see if that's what happens. We probably should think about playing, and they do run it to Jensen. We probably should eventually think about playing a zone on third down when we know that they're likely to pass. I think that we're going to see a run again. We won't key anybody this time. Let's see what happens. We go back to the 3-4. They do run it again. They have a, looks like a reverse and a little bit of trickery from Denver, and they get a huge gain from that, a 28-yard gain on that play. And, all right. Well, that was certainly interesting, wasn't it? We're going to play tight man here, and we are going to play run defense once again. Let's see if we can get them for a stop. Jensen now with the run. And he only gains about 1 yard on that play, and that brings up second down here for the Broncos. You know, usually you think about Denver, I would think, oh, yeah, this is going to be a team that is, we'll do a short zone this time. This is going to be a team that's going to air the ball out. And nope, it's been a lot of running. And really, when you look at the stats from 1980, that's kind of the sort of team that they had. The short zone does prevent a large gain of 5 on that pass for the Broncos over to Upchurch, and it's now 3rd and 4 here, and the Broncos have it at our 33-yard line. Go back to the 3-4. I'm pretty sure that they're going to pass. We'll have us in a short zone, and we'll play pass. Let's see what happens, though. No, they run it to Armstrong on a draw designed to get the defense off balance, and that doesn't really go anywhere. We're going to try to block this field goal, and it's a false start in the offense, which is good for us. I wonder if that knocks them out of range. Not quite. And so we'll try again. Now, this is going to be a 44-yard, 43-yard field goal attempt. And the kick is up. And did it have the distance? Yes, dead center. It's there. 3-0 Broncos. And we'll see what happens. So in this game in real life, it was a real defensive affair that Denver managed to win on sort of a fluky play at the end where Brian Sipe threw a interception. A very dangerous pass for him. We are going to sort of take a play out of their playbook, and we're going to go with a run here, probably to Wyatt right off the start of things, and see what happens there. I can see that in this situation, I'm looking over here at the scouting report here, sort of the cheat sheet. I can see that Denver generally calls a pass offense here. So we'll try to get Charlie White into this. Charlie White was a USC in college and loved playing in that I formation. So we have the I up there set up for him. Gain of 3 for White, which is perfectly fine. We'll go to Pruitt here now on the trap to the left. Staying in the I formation, let's sort of pound it to him. We can see that safety blitz coming pretty much out of nowhere, and looks like that ball was fumbled, and it was, and Foley ends up coming up with it. And man, the safety blitz is not what I was expecting there. Good heavens. And we're going to go back to tight man here, but we're going to play run defense and see what we can do. Boy, big break for the Broncos early in this one. Armstrong does run it, and he's tackled for a loss of 1. Now at the Cleveland 29-yard line, we'll go for this again, and I think they're going to run it again here, 2nd and 11. They do run it to Jensen, and Jensen is also stopped, and he's stopped for no gain. 3rd and 11 now, and you know they have to pass, and so we go back to the 3-4. We're going to go back to the short zone, and we're going to look for a pass. Let's see what happens. We've had auto blitz on this whole time, by the way, and so we'll see if we blitz or not. That's a fumble there, and Jensen gets it at the 25, gain of 4 overall in that play. And wow, this time the Action PC game represented the fumble correctly after the last 4 games in which it's always been an adventure whenever there's a fumble. And that field goal is good, and just like that, it's Broncos 6, Browns nothing. We've only had 2 offensive plays so far in this first quarter. This isn't boding very well for us at all, and you wonder how much I can trust Pruitt after he fumbled there. Big return. Who was that? Was that Hall on the return? Yeah, Hall on the return. 41-yard return. Brings up to the 42-yard line. 1st and 10. We're in the split back, and we are going to go to Rucker here. And the game was yelling at me last time for not being creative enough with him, so we're going to have him on the medium fly route here. And we've got him, and he's got room to run. And, man, he runs a long way up there, and that is a 31-yard gain on 1st down. That's exactly what we wanted to see happen. Now we can go to Newsome here with a little medium cross, try to get the Denver defense off guard, and that is a completed pass to Ozzie, and that's another 1st down, gain of 16. And now we can go here to Pruitt again. We'll go with him off tackle, stay in the split back formation, give him something more to think about. Pruitt, and he's not going to gain anything on that play. And this is what I was worried about, loss of 1 for Pruitt. So Pruitt's had a fumble, and then he's had a run for a loss of 1. And we have 2 different wide receivers in here. This is because of the fatigue ratings in Action PC football. And so we go to Newsome here on this pass, and Newsome has it complete. He's going to score a touchdown. Oh, no, he's taken down just short of the goal line, and we are going to, let's see if we can get Sipe in here for a dive play. Let's see if this works on the 1-yard line, and Sipe does get it in there for the touchdown, and it's 6-6 now with the extra point pending, and Cockcroft has the kick up in the air, and that is good. And so just like that, with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, it's Browns 7, Broncos 6. We should be able to win this game. I think we have a stronger team than Denver does, but it would be helpful if we had our actual wide receivers out there on the field. I may be guilty of using them a little bit more than I should. Go for tight man. We're going to key Armstrong again. We're going to look for the run. Denver with the I formation penalty. That's a false start on the Broncos. And they're going to move it back 5 yards, 1st and 15. I don't really care. I think they're going to do the same thing. We'll play tight man, see if we can get them to change the play at the line. They're in split backs now. They actually go to Jensen with this, and he gets those yards. 7-yard gain on the play for Jensen, mostly because we were keying the wrong man. 2nd down and 8 to go now. We are going to go tight man again. No key on this time around. And it does go to Armstrong this time, and he gets a gain of about 4 yards. 5 yards is what they're going to call it, 3rd and 3. And this is kind of where Denver wants to be, 3rd and 3, and they can run, they can pass. We play a short zone. We'll play basic defense in case they do run. And they end up passing in the end, and it's complete to Odoms, who throws the ball's thrown over all of the secondary, and now it is 1st and 10 for the Broncos. We're going to go back to man, probably to the tight man, and look for the run. Play him up close, and it does go to Jensen, and Jensen's going to be running all over us today. I have that feeling. 7-yard gain there for the Broncos, 2nd and 3, and we're going to be looking for the run again. I think we're going to key Armstrong this time, see if that's who they go to or if they pass. They do go to Armstrong, and we have him keyed, and that's going to be a loss. No, it's a no gain. I thought it was maybe a loss of 1. 3rd down, and we do have still auto blitz on. We're going to play 2 zone defensive backs, which is what we should have been doing all along. We'll play for the pass. And they run it, of course, to Armstrong. We are able to stop him. Whoa, what a miracle. He only gains 1, and now it's 4th and 2, and they're going to punt. No, they're not running a play. And so that ends the first quarter of play, and the score is Browns 7, Broncos 6, and now here comes that punt. We're going to return it. And so back to punt for Denver is I'm not sure who. And we just let that one roll. Wright gets the signals for a fair catch, lets it roll. It was Prestridge with the punt. And fairly good punt for him, 31 yards. Could be better, but so it is. And we have the ball here, 1st and 10, again with Wright and Feature in there as our wide receivers. And so we'll give Ricky Feature a try. We'll just go to the air right from the start, 1st and 10. Pass goes in. It's complete to Feature, who's able to get, again, past the secondary. Big gain of 20. And that's what we like to see on 1st down. Now we go back to this I formation, and we're going to try to go to White again. We'll call White on an off tackle here. And White is able to gain quite a bit of yardage. He's looking pretty good. 3 yards there for White on that play. 2nd and 7, and we'll try to go with Pruitt again. We'll have him run a sweep over to that left-hand side, see what we can do. And Pruitt has a 1st down and more and room to run. And boy, what a gain by him. Gain of 32 yards for Mike Pruitt. And boy, I would really like to see us do a little bit more of that. Now we're going to have a little hitch pass over to Keith Wright. And the hitch works, and it's complete. And we gain about, looks like 9 yards is what they're going to call it. Gain of 9. And we'll go with Pruitt this time. And we'll do a sweep to the left. Or to the right, I'm sorry. Can't tell my left from my right here. And Pruitt doesn't take the sweep, instead decides to go up the middle with it, and he gains the 1 yard for the 1st down. And there's an injury on the play to a Broncos cornerback. Newsome now, we're going to have a little medium hitch pass over here to Newsome again from the I formation, and we'll see if we can't get the touchdown, and instead it's incomplete. That's miscommunication between the two. Newsome was open. I could see that. White now, and we're going to call it the off tackle. That audible chance doesn't really mean much. All we could see is that they were in a 4-3, so I couldn't get much information from that one. Gain of 1 yard in that play, and we'll try to go here to Feature with just a little short pass, looking mostly for the 1st down, not necessarily for the touchdown. And Sipe is nowhere to go with it. He's sacked, loss of 4, and that's going to bring out the field goal unit. And here comes Don Cockcroft again. Let's see if he can get this one in. And it's good. The kick is good. It's 10-6 now. Holding on the offense, though, is automatically accepted. And we'll try again with the field goal. Oh, man, this is a much more difficult kick for Cockcroft, who is not that great. And this one's blocked and is recovered by the Broncos. And oh, dear, it's still 7-6 Browns. And, boy, that's not what we wanted to see. We're going to key, actually, Jensen here. And we'll play tight man again, 2 zone defensive backs, and we're going to play for the run. They do go to Armstrong this time, but we're able to stop him, which is why I wanted to play tight. 2nd and 10 now, you know that they're going to go for the run, and we're going to play tight again. Again, King Jensen, and we'll see if that's who they wind up going to. And instead, it's a little pitch out to Armstrong, and he has a corner, but not quite able to get enough. Gain of 9 on that one, 3rd and 1. And that was the question of, what are they going to do with it exactly? I think we're going to play for the pass. I think that they are going to pass. They come out with 3 wide receivers. Instead, they run it over to Preston. He gets the 1st down. Gain of 2 on that play. 1st and 10 for Denver. And they're starting to get me guessing here. Tight man, and we're going to key Armstrong this time. And let's see if that's who they go to. And it is who they go to. And Armstrong's able to get it over the middle and past everybody, even though we were keying him. Absolutely ridiculous display by our defense. I'm starting to get gray hairs from this defense, man, I tell you. We'll try this again. A little run defense, not keying anybody this time. And, of course, they go to Armstrong again. A gain of nothing. Got back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down now. And you know that they're going to run it. They're going to run it. If I were Denver, I'd be running it too. And they run it this time to Jensen on the other side. And even though we're playing run, even though we're looking run, even though we got guys stacked on the line, they're still able to make a gain of 9 yards. 3rd down, I think they're going to run here. And they do run it. They run it to Armstrong. He goes right over the top of the defensive tackle, gains 11 on that play, and we are in trouble. We are in trouble. Looking for pass here on 1st down and goal. And instead, they run it to Jensen. And I think they're just going to try to run us out of the game. I'm going to try a tight man again here on 2nd down. Looking for the run, and Jensen gets the touchdown. Denver, did they have a single passing play in that entire possession? My goodness, just running, all the running going to the inside, and the point after touchdown is good, and it's 13-7. 13-7 Broncos, and we've been playing okay in this game so far, but we could be doing a little bit better, I think. And once again, I think that yeah, you can see the game has indication of sort of penalties or whatever. I believe that's what this is for Rucker and for Logan, trying to get me not to go to the same guys every single time. But we are going to pass here on first down despite the blitz, and the pass is dumped off to Pruitt, which is the right thing to do when you see that big blitz. Gain of 6 on the play, second down now. And we are going to go back to the I. We're going to go back to White and go off tackle on the right side and see if we can't get this first down. Nothing there on that play. Loss of 2. So much for that idea. We'll go here to Logan, who we haven't gone to today. And that's just a poor pass from Brian Sipe, and we've got to punt. And that's the way that this Cleveland Browns team is from time to time. You can get really frustrated and start wanting to rip your hair out because there are times when they make very, very poor passes. Offsides on the defense, which actually brings up a 4th and 1 for us, which is really interesting. I think we're going to go for it here. We might as well and try a dive play with Pruitt. A little bit fortuitous, I think, and Pruitt, some dive play. Pruitt ends up getting past everybody, gain of 24. How about that? Hey, we could use more of that. We're going to go back to the I formation, and we're going to bring out there's Logan and Rucker. We'll just scroll through everybody until we find them, and we'll have a little out pass to Logan to see if we can confuse him. Put me back in split backs, I noticed. And he almost gets the first down. He did. We made it on the first down on that pass, and now we can go back here to the I. And, yeah, this game's not going to let me throw it to my ponies all day. Pruitt now with the run out of the I formation and a little gain there, gain of 3. And that is the 2-minute warning. We're going to go now to White. We'll go to White with a off tackle on the right side. Again, hitting that right side hard. And White's able to make, looks like about 3 yards on that one. 3rd and 4. And this time, yeah, we can't get to any of our boys. Yeah, we're going to do a 3 wide receiver setup. We're going to go to Rucker. We're going to try a more risky medium pass. And it's complete. And he has the ball down now at the 5-yard line. And gain of 19 on that one. You can see, again, the game trying to force me not to use the same guy over and over again. We're going to have Ozzie Newsome. I probably shouldn't have called a medium pass here. I think it's a little bit too close for that, and that is incomplete. 2nd and goal. And we're going to go back to this I formation, and we're going to run it forward with Charlie White and see if he can't find a hole. And gains 2 on that play. 3rd down and 3 to go. And instead of going to White or instead of passing, we're just going to try to run it here with Pruitt, and it doesn't work. No pickup on that one, and we've got to kick the field goal now. And that'll make it 13-10, assuming that Crockroft is able to hit this, and he is. 13-10 now is the score with 5 seconds left, and we get the ball back. So it's not a complete loss for us. We'll get it here in the beginning of the 3rd quarter, and we will receive the football. So it's not a complete loss for us, but boy, you kind of wish that we could have gotten that touchdown and gone back into the lead. And here we go now, beginning of the 3rd quarter, and once again, the game is strongly trying to dissuade me from using the guys I like to use so much, but we're going to go anyway here to Rucker with a medium pass and move the ball a little bit here up the field. And unfortunately, that one is incomplete. And if I understand right, oh no, it does still kind of let me do that. I'm not an expert here on substitutions and exactly how it works with Action PC Football. That might actually be something good to study and do another video on here for those of you who may also not be experts, as Pruitt gets the handoff and a gain of 3 yards there on that play. 3rd and 7 now. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, we're going to go to Logan here with a little short hitch pass. We want to go to our good receivers, not to our backups. And Sipe was in trouble, and he dumps it out to White for a gain of 4. Brings up 4th and 3, and we got a punt. Well, that play didn't go very far, and I, wonder a little bit about some of the fatigue ratings in the game. Again, I'm going to have to spend a little bit of time doing some research on this and trying to figure out exactly what's going on and how it works. We're going to do it again with the tight man. We're going to key Armstrong this time. We're going to look for the run because they ran, I think, every single play on their last drive. And what do? They throw it on first down. Fortunately for us, Odoms is not able to make that catch. One of the reasons why the Broncos are going to run is because Morton's not a great passer. We're going to look again for Armstrong and see if they don't run it here on second down. Penalty, and that's a false start on the Broncos. And that'll bring up 2nd and 15. We're just going to do the exact same thing. I'm perfectly fine if they want to call an audible on the line. They have a 50% chance to call it since we keep doing it. And they end up with a pass out to Jensen, who runs all over the place. That really fooled us. That fooled the defense. And all right, well, we will show tight coverage and see if we can't fool them a little bit here. We should have had tight coverage on. Now, I think we're going to end up going back to the zone here. We're going to go back to short zone. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for the Broncos at the Cleveland 34-yard line, and they just pass the ball right over the zone. And Bolton does make the tackle, but it's a gain of 15 for Denver. We'll keep the short zone on. We're going to look for the pass this time. As you can see, they've completely fooled me. And then what do? They run it to Armstrong, and they're going to, I hate to say this, but you get that feeling that Denver is going to score a gain of 7 on that play for Armstrong, 2nd and 3. Again, with the short zone, look for the run. Armstrong grabs it, and he is able to take it up for a first down, 1st and goal at the Cleveland 9-yard line. And we'll see if we can stop him. You know that we're playing run every single time, and it doesn't matter. Jensen with the 9-yard gain on the run, touchdown Denver, and it's going to be 20-10 here in a second. And this is not the way that I wanted this game to go. 20-10 Broncos, and we've been close in our losses in the past, but in this game we haven't really done much to show that we're really competitive. And that's a huge return by Hall, who's a great return man. Part of the problem that we have, as you can see, is that in these formations we have, I'm like, what happened to our receivers? How come I got to play these guys? I don't want to play them. I want to play with some of the guys who, actually have the capability of playing. All right, well, we're going to go into the I formation here. You see, you try to go to feature right. Well, I mean, it looks like we might be able to do something here. Maybe we'll go to right here from the I here on first down. And it's complete to him over the middle, and he's got some daylight, and he ends up gaining 16 yards in that one. And we'll stay in the I formation. This time we go to feature, and a little slant play to feature. I'm not going to call an audible. I don't trust myself enough to do that. And the blitz comes, and Sipe had him, and it's just a poor throw. 2nd down and 10 now. This is the problem when we're running a lot on first down, which is or passing that is on first down, which is that we end up in these situations where we're a little bit desperate and kind of need a big play. Gain of 4 that brings up 3rd and 6, which is not exactly what you want. We'll go back to feature again with, I think this is the play I called the last time, a little hitch pass. And that's incomplete, almost intercepted. And that's just a poor pass. And it's 4th and 6, and we kind of have to punt. Cockcroft is incapable of making a field goal from that far out. That punt goes into the end zone, and you kind of wonder if we wouldn't have been better going for it and just forgetting the whole thing. We again are going into, we're going to go actually into the man coverage, just normal man, 2 zone defensive backs. Key Armstrong, look for the pass, or for the run, I'm sorry. And it does go to Armstrong, and we are able to key him, and we have that swarming defense, and we've limited him to a gain of 1. Go back to it again, 2 zone defensive backs, just playing normal man. We're going to key, I think, Jensen. I wonder what happens if we key Jensen and look for a run to Armstrong. Well, what happens is they pass it, and they're able to pass it to Jensen, and we did key him. Gain of 8, 3rd and 3. I think they're going to pass, but I'm always a little bit unsure of it. We won't key anybody this time around. They do go back to pass, and it's complete to Odom's, the tight end, right over the flat. And it's again a 9 first down. And the Broncos are marching the field again, and we're not looking very good, are we? All right, we're going to look again for that run to Armstrong. We'll just do it the simple way. And there it is to Armstrong. And we're looking for him, and we're able to make the stop, and there's no gain on that play. 2nd and 10. Look for the run again. And we blitz this time, and we're able to make the stop at the line. 3rd and 10 now, and boy, let's have more of that. So we keep the 2 defensive backs. I've noticed with this that when we have 2 defensive backs, we tend to be much better at stopping them. Jensen looking for a flag on that incomplete pass. We need some offense here. But I've noticed that when we have 2 defensive backs, we seem to be much more capable of stopping them and preventing a large gain than when we only have the 1. And go back to the I formation again. And we're going to go here to feature medium cross pass. They're looking run, I think. He crosses and Sipe can't find him and almost throws an interception. So it's always a risk you take when you're passing with Brian Sipe. We run it to White here on 2nd down, gain 6 yards, which is very good. And now we're going to do something a little bit tricky here. We're going to run this to Pruitt. And I don't care if they blitz, even if he runs straight into it. I think that Mike can do it. And unfortunately, Pruitt only gains 2 yards there. That brings up 4th down and 2. And what are we going to do here with this? We are going to go for this. We're going to have Pruitt go forward with a dive play. See if we can't get it. And he can't get it. Oh, man. Gain of 1 yard short. I think it was worth the effort. I think it was worth trying. Go back to 2 zone defensive backs. Normal man coverage. Let's see if we can stop him again. I figure they're going to get the ball anyway. We might as well at least try instead of just giving up. 2nd down and 6 after that 4 yard run by, I think it was Armstrong. It was Armstrong this time, and he fumbles. And Matthews has it, and it's Cleveland ball, which is good. That's the first good thing that's happened here in a little while. We're going to go to a sort of extreme setup here because I want to get the ball down the field. I need to have my wide receivers in. And that is complete to Reggie Rucker. And he's got daylight to run, and he goes for the touchdown just like that. 118 yards receiving today, even though the game is trying to force me not to play with him. I am pretty sure that this is because of, and that was no good by Cockcroft, 20-16. That's ridiculous. I'm pretty sure that that's happening because of the limitations Action PC football puts on you for individual players and the number of plays they can have and so on. But it's kind of frustrating, right? I mean, we're only into the 5th game of the season, right? I mean, we should be able to continue passing it to our guys. Anyway, we're going to hide that. We're going to look for a run to Jensen. Let's see what happens. They run it to Armstrong, but we have enough guys up playing close to sort of stop him. I guess it was a gain of 5. That didn't look like it here on the chalkboard, but it's all right. No problem. 2nd down and 5, and we will look for the run once again. And it goes to Armstrong again, and Armstrong is stopped here by Harris. No gain. 3rd and 5, and I think that they're going to pass. And no, they run it to Jensen, looking to fool us, and he gains 4 yards, and it's 4th and 1, and they're going to punt here. We'll just return this punt. Another one of these cardiac arrest type games where it's 2016 Denver, and we're able, who is that? That is Wright who gets that one there for the return. And we are going to go with the I formation. And we're going to go to Pruitt again, and a trap there on the right side. Pruitt doesn't have much room to run, gains 3 anyway, which is good. And we'll go here straight away to White on the left side. But that's the end of the quarter. All right, we can do something different. How about a little hitch pass over to Wright? And it's a bad pass by Brian Sipe. 3rd and 7 now. We'll have an out pattern by Reggie Rucker. How does that look? And Brian Sipe almost throws an interception. We're going to punt here. Nothing more that we can do. It's frustrating. We need Pruitt to run a little bit better. That's the frustration that I have. We're not getting the sort of dominant game that we need to get from him. And meanwhile, Denver's just running us all over the yard. They end up going to Armstrong. It was keying Jensen. They go to Armstrong with the run. No gain anyway on the play. And it's second down now. And I'm going to look for them again to go to Jensen. Instead, there is a pass up the middle, and the tight end, Odoms, looks like he wasn't guarded at all, and that was a really poor display by our defense. And this is the problem when we're looking for the run. We end up allowing them to just throw the ball over us all day long. Little handoff to Armstrong, no gain. We're good at stopping the run here on first down. Let's see if we can stop it here on second. Pretty sure they're running it again. They are to Armstrong, and we're able to stop him. He got 2 yards maybe on that one. 3rd and 8. And we'll look for the pass here on third down. And they pass. And it's complete to Jensen, and he's not able to get the first down. That brings up 4th and 4. And we're going to try to return this punt. It's going to be probably a touchback. Let's see, though. No, they're able to get it out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Fourth quarter now, 11 minutes left. 1st and 10 for the Browns. And we're going to try to push ahead with Pruitt with an off-tackle run. Let's see if we can get a little bit of space. We can get nothing on that one. That's the problem. Gain of 1. We're good to Ozzie here on a little short cross pattern. It's complete to Newsom. He's got the first down. That is what we wanted to see. An 11-yard gain, first down. And as you can see, I'm thinking about going home run here. We'll have this out of the shotgun. The little medium cross pass over to Reggie Rucker. Man, they blitz everybody, and Rucker throws an interception. Or Rucker, I'm sorry. Sipe throws an interception to Maurice Harvey, grabs at the safety. And that's another bad pass by Brian Sipe. And as I said before, this is the problem. The problem that we're running into here is when we're forced to pass and we put the pressure on Brian Sipe, either he makes it or he doesn't. And he didn't make it that time. We're looking for the run, and Armstrong takes that in past the defense. 1 play, touchdown, Broncos, 26-16. Pending the extra point is going to be 27-16 here in a second. And that one is good, 27-16. Well, I tell you, this Cleveland Browns team will really make you want to rip your hair out. We're going to return this. And it's holding on the receiving team. We shouldn't have returned it. Now we have the ball at the 1-yard line. Oh, dear. All right, a little pass to Dave Logan out of the shotgun. Complete to Logan, and not quite able to get the first down. Oh, he just made it. He did make the first down. Good. Stay in the shotgun. Go to Rucker now with the medium cross. I've got to look up and see exactly what's going on and why I can't use these wide receivers in my normal formation, other than the fact that I may have been passing to them more than like 100% of the time or whatever. I don't really care. I'll go to Dave Logan again now. And it's a bad pass by Brian Sipe. And we'll go back to Ozzie, I think, with a medium cross. He dumps it off, Sipe that is, dumps it off to Pruitt, and there's a gain of 4, 3rd and 6. And as you can tell, it's kind of desperation time here for us. We're playing the I formation now. We'll have a little pass over to Keith Wright. They are going to blitz. I would blitz too. And it's complete to Wright. They didn't blitz anyone that time, by the way. They were trying. That's one of those tricks where they're trying to get you to change your play call. Now we get Logan and Rucker back in there. We'll do a little medium hitch over to Dave Logan. And that ends up being an incomplete pass to Pruitt. And you're seeing that we're passing it a lot. And the reason why we're passing a lot is because we're a little bit desperate on this. We need to get the ball upfield. We need to start scoring points. We don't have much time left. That's complete to Reggie. And that is a big gain of 155 yards today in receiving for Reggie Rucker. A lot of that, though, came, remember, from that touchdown that we had a little bit earlier from him. Little medium hitch over to Dave Logan, and we'll just go from one to the next, stay in the I formation, make them think a little bit about the run. Instead, we dump it off to Pruitt. Pruitt gets the catch, gain of 4 on that play. We'll keep it in this formation, and instead of passing, we're going to go to Charles White. We'll see if we trick them into blitzing. We did not. They showed it. We're unable to get it. That brings up 3rd down and 4. All right, now we'll go to Ozzie Newsome, see if we can pick up the 1st down a little bit more. And instead, Brian Sipe just has it batted down at the line. All right, we're going to try for a field goal, even though Cockcroft only has a 20% chance of making it. It's not even 40 yards out. And he makes it. Denver 27, Cleveland 19 with 4 minutes left. We've got to have an onside kick. It looks like we recovered it, so we have the ball again. I wasn't sure that kick went the prerequisite 10 yards. Kind of hard to tell from here. Go back into the shotgun, and we're going to actually go to a big passing formation here. We're going to try to hit Rucker. We'll try to hit him with a medium pass. We'll try to go deep here and see if we can't hit a quick score. Instead, we have to go to feature, and we get only 7 yards on that play. 2nd down, we're going to stay in this. We'll go to Logan for a short hitch pass. And that is complete to Logan, and Logan's got the 1st down. 10-yard gain on that play. Brian Sipe is 304 yards passing today in a game that he doesn't really play that well. I don't think he's played well at all. Now we'll go here to another 3 wide receiver formation, and we'll go with medium fly pass over to Reggie Rucker. And just over his head. It's interesting. They say he was double covered on that play. I guess he was. I'm not entirely sure. It didn't look like it to me. We'll keep in this, and we'll have another pass over here to right, see what we can do. And that is complete to right, and he's just shy of the 1st down. No, he got it. He gained the 1st down. Clock is running. Not much time left. We'll go to Logan with a short out pass. It's a 2-minute warning. We're unable to get the play off before the 2-minute warning. I should be playing a hurry up offense, shouldn't I? Try a short pass to feature and see what we can do with that. And the pass is complete, and we get the 1st down. It's because they had a huge blitz there trying to stop us desperately, and we'll just stay in this and do a little hitch pass over to Logan and see if we can at least get a touchdown, make this game close. We get it complete to Logan, but not quite deep enough for the score. And you know what time it is. It is Ozzie Newsome time. Kind of a dangerous play call. And that is complete to Newsome, and he's got the touchdown. Oh, Dr. 27-25, extra point pending. And we get it, and it's 27-26 with 55 seconds left, and this is desperation time. We'll go for the onside kick. The worst thing that can happen is they recover, and they do. No return, so it's at the Denver 47-yard line now. And you know that they're going to run. And we're just going to do this. And, I mean, it would be nice if they pass. And now they're going to run it. They run it over to Preston, who we haven't seen today. And it's going to ask me to call timeout. And we do. That's our first timeout. And they run it to Jensen. And he has a slight gain. This will be our second timeout. 36 seconds left. This is where I hope they pass. They do go back to pass, but unfortunately for us, it's completed to Preston. He doesn't gain anything. Loss of 2 on the screen. And we call our final timeout, and we're going to try to return this punt. And this is going to be a real interesting. We'll just return it. Apologies for the sound, as my dog's excited that there's some dog outside barking. All right, 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end, shotgun, throw it over to Rucker, medium cross, and it's desperation prayer time for us. That's completed to Logan, and this isn't going to bode well for us at all. We can't stop the clock. I'm looking around to see if there isn't something that we can do to stop the clock, but it doesn't look like it. I'm not certain if it was possible at that time to just spike the ball or not. So we'll do what we can do. First down, 10 seconds left to go. And we're going to do just a total prayer here to Reggie Rucker. And we can't even get the play off. And that's the end of the ball game. So the Cleveland Browns lose this one 27-26 at home. Similar to what happened in real life. A little bit more high scoring here than it was in real life, actually. And when we look really quick here at the team stats, Denver with 176 yards rushing, which is really the story of the game. They were able to run the ball all over our defense. Denver, as a result, had the ball for a slightly more possession than we did, which, as you'll remember, is kind of what our modus operandum is here. 353 yards of passing from us. Denver did have the 2 fumbles, so I think we only recovered 1. We had a fumble, and we wound up with 2 turnovers here, and number of bad passes, unfortunately, by Brian Sipe. And boy, I tell you, they don't call them the cardiac kids for nothing. Well, I sure hope that you enjoyed that. If so, as always, remember to subscribe. We have videos on Wednesday evenings and on Sunday mornings. And hit the like button if you liked it. And come check out the blog. You can find out more stats and more information on everything else that's happening with the project. And I will see you next week. Bye-bye.